Hello, everybody. Surprise. This is the weekly energy forecast, and we're June 16. Sophie, how are you?
I'm so happy to be here in this weekly forecast. So, as you can see, I'm here with my beautiful sister Julie, and I'm so happy. This has been a long time that I've been trying to bring her with me on this show. I so value her knowledge with astrology, and we finally get to do it together. So, this is a dream of mine for a long time, and I'm so happy that you finally agreed to join me.
Yay. And it's true. She has been trying to manifest this for a while, guys. So, and on that note, Elena decided to explore new professional opportunities. So, she's exploring different things. So, unfortunately, she will no longer be on the channel, at least for now, exploring new things. So thank you to Elena. And well, the good news for you guys watching is that we will be adding the astrology content to this weekly show. So we're going to talk about the tarot, the astrology, what's to come for this week. So you're going to be the best. You have the best preparation ever to go through this week, and you're going to flow on the energies on the highest timeline possible. So this is our this is our goal for the show. So very exciting. There's a lot to talk about astrology, but first we're going to dive into the cards because Sophie's going to dive into it blindly as usual. And then I'm going to add my astrology commentary so we know what we are getting ourselves into for this week. And I just want to preface this by saying there is a lot about very important astrology. So I'm not going to say anything more.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what we have for this week. I'm going to take, as usual, 3 cards of Oracle, and we're going to dive with Tarot as well. So let's start with this week for people watching live and on replay on this community. What do we have for this week? Energy, please. So the very first card is trouble along the way. So we can have a little bit of civil unrest, a little bit of chaos, movement forward. That is for me Mars energy, so we may have something going on with it. We have the Devil card right in the middle, so I think there's a lot of deep feelings that are going to resurface. There could be a lot of illusion through it. Also, I think overall what it means is that things are resurfacing to be released. Things are resurfacing in society, in communication, within ourselves. You say yes, so I cannot wait to hear what the astrology is about. So I think that overall we have to watch this week our reaction, even our thoughts. We have to be really mindful this week of, okay, I'm getting angry. And we're not saying angry is bad. We're just saying that we need to watch where we're going because there could be a little bit more of danger on the road if we don't. There could be a little bit more of danger in communication, saying things that you may come to regret. So I want to say with those 2 cards, it's going to be a big week. Let me take a last card for it. We have the card of soulmate. Interesting. It feels like it's a test. It feels like this week is a test. It feels like this is, are you elevated? Do you have control over your feelings? And this kind of energy of, are you able to integrate respecting yourself with the feelings that you have on a healthy base, on a healthy level? So I'm going to take the final cards. I'm going to take 3 cards of tarot, and can't wait to see what is going with the card of what goes with the card of trouble and the card of soulmate.
This is so in line. But yeah, go ahead.
I
I don't
can't
want to
wait.
say too much.
Okay. Trouble goes with the Queen of Cups. So again, emotions. And she's not the King of Cups. So the mastery of emotion has not reached yet that level. So the fact that we have trouble with emotions right there, again, that's not to say that there is wrong emotions. Your emotions are valid. It's just to see, why do I feel trigger and how can I best express it without causing a lot of turmoil, without causing a lot of chaos, without being aggressive about it. Okay, the card of obsession, gets the card of Ace of Swords. So again, that is about clarity, but this is a card about illusions. So I think this is the perfect moment this week to really dive deep into what is the root cause of your triggers. What is the root cause of feeling a certain way, or gut feeling even? You may meet someone that you feel like it's not the right match. You don't know why, but it's not good at all between the two of you. You're going to be able to take the time this week to really have clarity over something that is maybe at first either a gut feeling or trigger. So be open about it. May not be the first cause that is the root cause of this thought or this problem in your life. So be open to dig deeper in your feelings to really understand where they come from, because like it may not be the first thing that pops into your mind. Last card for us. Page of Cup with the card of Soulmate. This is a test, like I said. It's to see where you align. It's to see if you have been working on controlling of your emotion, empathy, and connection with others. It's to remove the illusion that we are not connected. We are one, and we need to remind us that this week. So does that align with the astrology?
Well, more than you think, more than you think. And okay, so we have a lot of like tension cards, if I can if I can sum it up that way. Yeah. And you mentioned also with the Queen of Cups that we had like an overflow of emotions, and we need to maybe keep it a little bit more under balance. But I believe this is because we had the full moon the past week, and I'm just going to show you my calendar here that I created. So here we are on the 16th, but we just had last week the full moon in Sagittarius, which is in my opinion, like a really beautiful full moon, because there's expansion of consciousness, but it's a full moon and it's making a grand cross. So full moon, we know that are more emotional. They're more on the emotional side. And also this triggers the entry of Jupiter in a new sign. So you mentioned also this kind of test of alignment. I believe this is where it's because we're talking about Jupiter, which just entered last week, the sign of Cancer. And while it enters a new sign, it's like it leaves another sign. So we are in the midst of a big process of transformation, but also it's making a square to Saturn and Neptune. And you see here, yesterday, we just had the exact square between Jupiter, Saturn, but it's also squaring Neptune, which is very close by, which in astrology is this kind of growing pain. Like we're trying to expand our consciousness. We're trying to align even more with our higher self, with the cards that you were getting before. But at the same time, it's calling for choices, change. It's like let's say a snake shedding its skin because it wants to evolve, it wants to grow, it wants to continue its process of evolution. So here we are. This week we are in the midst of this process of transformation in those growing pains. But that doesn't mean it's going to be ugly. It just means that the universe is a little bit, yes, testing us. And you said there's this test of alignment. So I'm just going to recap the dates here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about astrology. So tomorrow on Tuesday, Mars will enter the sign of Virgo. And I believe you mentioned at the beginning social unrest, which there's a lot in the air right now. Yes, indeed. But I believe it's more because of this square, Jupiter-Saturn square, especially with Neptune, is kind of this collective masses tensions, because as a society we are evolving into something new, and also it's triggering a lot of this immigration policies, a lot about the economy, which is very much the Jupiter Saturn square. So a lot of it is being triggered. And you mentioned also, I believe, that we're going to be individually triggered, and we have to also pay attention to that, which I think is a beautiful way to put it. Mars will be entering the sign of Virgo. So I believe we're going to be more on an individual level motivated to getting organized, Virgo, on working, basically getting shit done. So excuse my French. And being even more motivated to get like a healthy routine and a balance. So this is where for the next month and a half, our energy and our motivation will be in the sign of Virgo. So if you do have some things that you have to take care of, this will be like a big launch pad. And I believe we all need this energy because, let's say, with Neptune and Saturn that just entered the sign of Aries, it really calls for being self-accountable. So becoming more responsible with our, let's say, personal responsibilities. Like, for instance, I'm taking care now of my taxes, which is not fun, but like it's part of the process of being an adult and a part of society. So all that stuff, like how can you take care of yourself, of your house, of your environment, of your family? So being more responsible, and we have Mars helping us into like putting structure into that and becoming more, let's say, detail oriented with whatever we have to go through. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about this one. So on the 18th, on Wednesday, the sun will oppose the galactic center. At the same time, the Jupiter-Neptune square will be exact. So there's a lot of spiritual energy this week. And I believe you mentioned, is that in this show? Sometimes my memory is like, I don't know, but I believe I saw the card signs. Am I crazy?
You're not crazy, but it's not on this show. But thank you for watching my shows.
Okay. I'm like, did I dream this? That I saw the card signs? Okay, I dreamed it, but it's okay. But I believe we're gonna have lots of synchronicity and messages all through the weeks because the galactic center is being activated. Plus, we have like big spiritual planets being also activated: Jupiter, Neptune, our dreams, our connection to the other side, our connection to our guides. So pay attention this week, especially to messages, synchronicities, especially also in your dreams, Neptune. We're going to get lots of this very important guidance. And on Friday, it's the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, then you're going to be celebrating the winter solstice. But nonetheless, this is the solstice, meaning this is a celebration of light. And the sun enters the sign of Cancer. So if you are a Cancer sun, a very beautiful solar return to you. And I believe when we did the 5D show on Tuesday, you mentioned get under the sun because there's a lot of important frequencies activation that are there for us. And I think we're going to access new frequencies, new level of consciousness with Jupiter entering Cancer, with Neptune being activated, the galactic center being activated. Can we just ask the cards, like, as we're finishing the show, like what new frequencies are we able to tap into this week?
With the sun, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the solstice, with the galactic center being activated.
It's taking more risk. It's basically being more bold. We have the Eight of Sword energy with this one. We have the card of desire, and we have taking risk. So it's a Mars energy, removing restrictions and just pushing forwards with a lot of dreams. Again, because of the cards of warning, you just have to do it in a way that sometimes it doesn't ruffle too much feathers, because there could be a little bit of there's a strong Mars energy in this week. So it's to use it in a positive way, push forward your dreams and eliminate fears, but not to be aggressive or to be too much in the negative side of it.
It's interesting because with the Jupiter-Saturn square, it's about at the same time, like Jupiter is this energy of expanding, wanting to explore new direction, but at the same time, Saturn is like simplifying, getting back to the basics. And I believe like for the time where we have this square going on, so basically all of June, I believe it's like simplify, get back to what's really important to you, but also be bold, which can be this energy of expansion while simplifying, while addressing what needs to be getting back to the core of what's motivating you, your purpose in life, your sense of purpose, your sense of how can invest my energy where it's important.
So
That makes
basically
sense.
being on a drawing board, basically starting to do a plan more than actions, maybe.
Yeah, I think both, because
Okay.
when we have a square, we're still moving forward, but it's like not as smooth sailing as we would
Mhm.
like it to be. We're facing, let's say, challenges on the way. We're being tested, as you said in the cards before, but we're moving forward nonetheless. But yeah, it's about also like getting back to your sense of purpose, getting back home, as we were saying in the 5D news show. And if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It was a really good one on last Tuesday. And thank you so much, Sophie. What a beautiful reading. And if you'd like to get your personalized reading, what do we have for our beautiful audience, Sophie?
So we have the 30 minutes per record. That means that you send me your questions and I record just for you a 30-minute record. Yes, recording of reading. And you get to re-listen to it whenever you want to. It is yours. And we have an hour of reading with me, an hour of past life also. So there's tons of opportunities. And for you who are watching our shows, as a thank you, we have a coupon code for 10% off. It is Jupiter.
Well said. And the link is down below in the description box if you'd like to book with Sophie, either the pre-recorded or the live ones. Don't forget your code. And also, we have the beautiful birth chart. So this is a very easy and beautiful way to dive into your own personal astrology if you are new to astrology or if you'd like to dive a little bit deeper. This is your personalized birth chart in the color of your choice. This is a digital product. And this comes with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining your most important placements and alignments. And your birth chart is basically your blueprint. And every time we make those shows, you're going to be able to spot what's being activated in your own blueprint, in your own birth chart. So now you can look at Jupiter and more importantly, the sign of Cancer. So you're going to see like, where is Cancer in your chart? What's going to be activated starting now for the next year? For example, for me, it's my 11th house, so social media. So I'm planning to be more active on social media, make more shows. So the link is also down below, and you can save 10% off with the code Jupiter as well. Wow, Sophie, any last words of wisdom to start this week with the most beautiful energies?
With the most beautiful energy, going inwards, being the master of your own thoughts and being the master of your own emotions. Challenge yourself to stay in a positive mindset and to move forward with the what if everything you do is going right. And finally, just for my sister, thank you so much for finally agreeing to be on board with me. That took a lot of convincing, I think, but I'm so happy because you're the best, and I love working with you, so I love you.
Oh, I love you. I love working with you as well. I think we made a beautiful dynamic duo. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and let us know how you feel about this week intuitively, because we know that you guys are very, very intuitive as well. And we are sending you all our love and all our blessings for you to have the most beautiful week ahead. Bye, everybody. See you soon.